Hi everyone, my name is Janielle, this is Eva, and this is Stephanie. Today I am going to teach them on how to negotiate for business success. In life, we negotiate all the time, and sometimes without even knowing we did. Like for example, when we are buying an item in Kijiji, when we want the owner to lower the price, we try to negotiate and pick our price. Or when your mom wants you to clean your room now, but now you want her to say yes that you do it tomorrow instead of you're tired. This is negotiation. But a lot of us grew up knowing that in order to negotiate, we only just have to try to win everything to ourselves. However, in business, it is important to know that you look at the other person's interest too, or a company's interest, so that both of you can have a win-win situation. There are different steps in negotiating, and I'm going to teach you how. I'm going to start by telling you each step while putting you both in the scenario to include you both in the activity, so that you have to learn it and how to do it in the future rather than just me explaining it. Here is the checklist for you both. Just looking at the checklist, what do you think about it? Do you think it's long? It's like short?
I think it's doable. I think we can do this.
How about you?
I think it's pretty short. I think it's pretty doable.
It's pretty short, yes. It will even be shorter once you learn how to do it. So let's start with the first step in negotiating, preparation. This usually takes about half an hour, but for us this is just gonna take really short. I'm gonna put you in a scenario, like you guys are roommates, right? So this is gonna be the scenario. You guys have kind of like a little bit of fight about the dishes. Stephanie here wants the dishes clean right away after you eat it, but after you eat the food. But Eva here doesn't have time. She's busy from work, from school, and a lot of time, and she doesn't have time. So she likes to do it before bed, everything at the end of the night. So we're gonna do a negotiation about it. Let's start with the preparation. The first one is the information gathered. List the facts as you know them, if they likely impact the negotiation. Stephanie, what do you think is the facts about Eva, about this one?
She's lazy. No, I'm
She's lazy.
kidding. I understand she's tired from work and everything, but just leaving dishes around everywhere is not okay.
Okay, so that's the facts. How about you? What do you think is her fact?
I just don't have time to do it.
Yeah, that is her. Yeah,
I
that's
have no
her.
time.
She has school, she has work, she has a boyfriend, like. And the second is the issues defines. What are the neutral issues that will be important to each participant? So what do you think is the issue? I just mentioned it. But...
I think the issue is like, a conflict of ideas and a conflict of how we do things.
Yeah.
Like I'm used to having it all done right away so that we can keep it clean and there's less to do over the weekends, where she more leaves it and puts it off until the last minute until it has to be done.
That's true. How about you?
I agree with that.
Yeah, so that's the issue too. And how about what do you think are the interests that are important to other party? What do you think you're interested in? What do you think you value?
For me personally, I value cleanliness. I value food not rotting in the sink for a week.
Yeah.
I value, just having a presentable space.
Okay, so how about you? What do you think you value?
I value my time management. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and then both of you values relationship.
Yeah, we value our friendship.
Yeah, friendship too. So that's why you're gonna do negotiation. And then in negotiation, it is also important that you have a BATNA. A BATNA means is what is your best and worst alternatives if you can't reach a deal. So if you guys don't end up having a successful negotiation, then you have a BATNA. BATNA is really important so that you have a confidence. So when you go to negotiation, you'll be like, it's okay. I have like other option if this doesn't work. But there are many types you could put a BATNA. Some of this are not good and some of this are good. What do you think would be a good BATNA if you and Eva don't end up having a good negotiation?
I'd kick her out to live somewhere else.
Yes, that could be a good one. What else do you think?
I would think maybe get a nanny.
Get a nanny, yes, that'll be a thing. And then one of you can move out. So that'll be a really good BATNA. So and next one, let's go to the process of negotiation. This is when you guys are going to start. So stage one is going to establish guidelines. The first one is express collaborative team approach. This is indicate what you want, intend together collaboratively. This is when one person will come to the other and say like, hey, is this a good time to talk, or do you have a few minutes? And then if one says yes, then you can go to the next step, which is determine authority. This is when you ensure you have a decision makers that needs to be involved. This is when someone would say, is there anyone else that should be in the conversation? And then the last one is establish guidelines for discussion. This is when you offer grounds rule that will help conversation to run smoothly and ask for any partner requires. So for example, can we agree that we shouldn't swear in this conversation? Or can we agree that we can be friendly in this conversation?
Sure.
So, do you want to try stage 1?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Yeah, who wants to start? Do you want to start asking?
Sure, I will start.
Okay.
Eva, is this a good time to talk?
Yes.
Okay, do you mind if we just take a few minutes on just discussing on our schedule for doing the dishes?
Sure.
Okay, so let's agree that we're not gonna get mad at each other. There's gonna be no swearing or raised voices. We're just gonna have a talk like two adults, correct?
Okay.
Okay.
See, that is really good. The only thing you forgot is before this one is that is there anyone that shouldn't be included?
Oh, okay.
But other than that, you did really good.
Should there be anyone else who should be included?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your cats, that's about it.
Yeah.
They do not care.
Okay,
They do
so
not.
now you've done the stage 1. We're gonna do with the stage 2. Stage 2 is to define issues and set an agenda. This is when the first one is to set goal for the session. Create a big picture of goal explaining how you will know time you spent together was useful. This is when you said, oh, at the end of this conversation, we will not fight about dishes anymore. Or at the end of conversation, we will have a better understanding of each other. And then the next one will be clarify issues for both parties. This is when, for example, Eva will ask, so what's important for us to talk about? And then the last one is to form agenda and priorities. This is where do you want to start and all that. So do you guys want to do stage 2?
Sure, would you like to do stage 2 this time, Eva?
Sure.
Who wants to start?
Okay, Steph. At the end of this session, at least we're gonna have a better understanding of each other.
Agreed.
And then at least we'll figure out what's important for us to talk about.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then where do you want to start?
Let's start by like defining the issue.
Okay.
So what exactly is going on?
Okay.
See, you guys did good together.
Thank you.
And we're gonna go with stage 3. So stage 3 is explore the interest. This is when you gather, the first part is when you gather and exchange information. So this is when you talk about you guys' feelings. Like this is when, for example, Eva asked Stephanie, so what's the matter? Why do you want the dishes to be clean right away? Like, why is this important to you? And Stephanie will give her like interest, and then Stephanie will ask the same thing. And then after this, you guys will like, someone will said, can we come up with a solution that gives us like peace about this? So do you want to do stage 3? Who wants to start?
Sure, let's do stage 3.
Okay.
Okay, so why do you prefer doing your dishes at night or like, later in the week rather than right away? What's your thoughts on that?
For me, pretty much I just don't have time to do them because I work so early in the day till late hours at night, and then I just get home from school and there's dishes there, but I have other things to do. I have homework, I have to get ready for work, and I also have to sleep.
Okay.
And then it's your turn to ask.
So why do you want me to do the dishes right after I eat them?
Well, it's a health hazard. You shouldn't be eating your dishes.
Sorry, food right after I eat it.
Moldy food is really, really gross. Whenever I have people over, say I have Janelle over to help record for our big project we have to do, having a bunch of dishes in the sink, it doesn't look good and it's problematic, and it smells really gross too.
Okay. And then identify common interest. Who wants to say that one?
I think we both agree that dishes need to be done eventually.
Yeah.
That they need to get done. It's just when and how often is the problem.
Okay, that's good. You guys did good. And We're almost on the stage 4, which is the last part, is the problem, solve, and form agreement. The first one is to generate options. Brainstorm how could you come up to deal with that will meet the interest you generated. So there will be a lot of options that you think would work. So what do you think could be like one of the good options?
Well, one example, like one option could be,
Okay,
so one option could be that I really hate vacuuming. Like I hate it, I don't want to do it. So maybe if I do dishes every day, you could vacuum once a week
okay.
instead.
Okay.
That'll be a good one. How about you? What do you think would be?
I think we could maybe pay for a nanny to come clean the dishes
That's good
as well.
I can't even afford textbooks.
Yeah,
I've been stealing her textbook for
but
this
that
class.
could be an option too, right?
Could be an option.
Literally.
Yeah, we can come up with so much option. What else do you think?
You could get up earlier to get your dishes done.
Okay.
Could be, yeah. How about you?
Or we could put the dishes to the dishwasher right after we eat.
Yeah, and then it doesn't mountain up and all that.
Too bad you don't have a dishwasher.
Oh, yes, that's true. And
Yeah,
then you
we
guys
have to
can
hand
save
wash
up with
them.
the dishwasher.
Yeah, we could save up for a dishwasher.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's
which
another
one do you
option.
think would be the best solution for this?
I like the solution where I don't have to vacuum the house anymore.
I
Oh.
agree with that solution.
So
as well.
she vacuums and then you do the dishes.
That works for
That's
me.
good because she will have more time since vacuuming. She can do it at the end of the night just to wake you up. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go put you guys on the test by starting with this, just exactly the same scenario. I'm not gonna make it hard for you both.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put you to the test by starting with preparation with the first page. So information gathered. So what are the information gathered that you know about her?
I know she's busy with her boyfriend, with school, with work, with, everything. So I understand that, which means she doesn't often have time to do the dishes.
Okay, so how about her?
I understand that Steph likes a clean house. She likes the way that her house appears to guests.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really want any mold or smell coming into the house.
Yes, that's you guys' interest. What are your interests that are the same? Like what's important for you both together?
We both want to have a good relationship. with
Yes.
each other.
We don't want to ruin our friendship.
That's why you're gonna do negotiation. And then what is your batna?
Get a nanny.
Yeah, your favorite.
Get a nanny.
Kick her out.
Maybe kick
Kick
Steph
her
out,
out,
or
yeah.
I move out.
Yes, how about you? What's your batna?
The same except for the nanny perks and broke.
Yeah. Okay, so now you guys are going to start with all of this. Like, who wants to start? You guys can alternate.
I started last time for stage 1, so would you like to do it this time, Eva?
Sure, Steph. Steph, is this a good time to talk?
Now would be a wonderful time to talk.
Do you think there is anyone else that should be involved in this conversation?
Nope, my cats do not care about the dishes.
Okay. Can we agree to keep this conversation friendly?
No.
No.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Okay, so you start with stage 2.
Okay, so our goal is to know what to do about our dishes problem, about whether we're going to do them daily or once a week or like as we make them. And we want to clarify the issues for both parties. So understand your issue is that you're busy and my issue is that I'm a neat freak. And so we're going to form the agenda and priorities. So like number 1 is figuring out like where we both stand. Number 2 is coming up with a compromise, and number 3 is following through.
Okay. And yes, she did. And then someone will ask this one.
So where do you want to start with this conversation?
I want to start about the dishes.
Okay, so stage 3. Who wants to start about asking about each other's interests?
Steph, would you like to start?
I would love to start. I find when, the dishes, they like stack up after a while, they go moldy, they smell gross. Mold is bad for everyone's health. It looks gross to guests, so friends won't want to come over. And whenever, family comes over, they're like, oh, you're living in this mess? Like, it just looks very unprofessional.
Okay. How about, oh, I shouldn't be in this category.
How about you, Eva? What is your opinion on this important matter?
I agree that you want everything tidy and you want the apartment to look well to like family and guests coming over, but it is difficult for me to find the time to get the dishes done.
Okay. So our common interest is that we both understand doing the dishes is important,
Yeah.
and we do want to stay friends at the end of all of this.
Yeah.
The end of this kerfuffle.
Okay, that's good. And then last stage, which is generate options. So, yeah, you guys can talk about like all you guys' options.
I think option 1 is like compromise. So like, I don't mind doing the dishes if you vacuum. I hate vacuuming. Or for example, I can do the dishes and vacuum if you want to clean the bathroom once a week. If you don't have time to vacuum every day, or we can like compromise like that.
Okay, I agree with that because I like vacuuming.
Okay, so what else do you think is the option?
We could save up for a dishwasher.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, one of those little ones that sit on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
They're only about $200 off of Walmart.
Yeah.
I've looked into this before.
Oh, that's good. What do you guys think is the best option?
I think just negotiating, like dividing up the chores equally. Like have her do the vacuuming and have me do the dishes would be the best option.
Okay, so that's good. You guys did a good job in negotiation. This is really helpful that at least you know how to negotiate in real life. As like if you know how to negotiate in real life, then if you like, you know, do a business one day and if you're gonna like negotiate like informal way in a business partner, like you'll know the steps from now on. And this is a trainee evaluation form that you guys will do later. It's just about what do you guys think about the about this negotiating training. So what do you think, Stephanie? Did you like about it?
Yeah, I like how it's hands-on. Like you gave us an example that we could use in like day-to-day life. And then doing it like every day among roommates, whenever we get to a business situation, we can just easily apply what we've learned here into that different situation.
Okay, thank you. How about you?
I think it's very broken down and very easy to understand. And as Stephanie said, it's really easy to apply to real life situations.
Yeah. When it's broken down like this, it's easier just to look at the options and less about the emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really important.
So we can all keep our tempers.
Yeah, it is real. Yeah, especially when you're doing a negotiation, it's really important to cool down first, because if you negotiate while you're angry to someone, this is just gonna like lead to argument, and
exactly,
it's not gonna fix. And to wrap up this lesson, I taught you about how to prepare negotiation, the 4 stages of negotiation, which is stage 1, establish guidelines, stage 2, define issues and set agenda, stage 3, explore interests, stage 4, problem solve and form agreement. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.